Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an update for my ultimate eyeshadow project pan. This project is new for me this year. I was inspired by Joanna over on Instagram. I will have her linked below. Joanna typically does a pan that palette, and this year she wanted to play across her collection a little bit more. I took kind of the gist, the vibe of what she's doing over on Instagram and tweaked it so that it would work better for myself. And so far this project hasn't been as productive as I had hoped. But I am still willing to give it a shot. I am seeing some progress, but I don't have any rollouts. In this project pan, I have 5 items. The first one is an eyeshadow to finish. The second one is my oldest eyeshadow in my collection. The goal is to hit pan on that. Number 3 is a randomized eyeshadow to try and hit pan on or use 25 times. Number 4 is an eyeshadow palette that I would like to use 10 times. And the 5th one is a randomized eyeshadow palette I would like to use 10 times. So the eyeshadow I'm hoping to finish comes from my Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells trio. My packaging is completely broken now. I think I'm going to attempt to depot this, but you let me know, do you think that's even worth it, or am I just going to risk completely breaking the shades? I'm going to put in a clip or a picture, whatever I have, of what this palette was looking like last time. This is technically only my second update for this project pan. I have been completely off track. So from when I started this project to the first update, I had only used the brow bone shade, the one that I'm currently trying to finish, 12 times, but I'm tracking the whole trio. So I had used the center shade 2 times and the bottom shade 8 times. And this is what this trio is looking like now. I'm really hoping that there is some progress because I do feel like I've been using this a decent amount. I have only reached for this trio a total of 29 times this year. My goal is a minimum of 100, so I'm definitely far from on track with that. I need to pick up the pace. I will say that this little trio does tend to get lost in my makeup bag amongst the bigger palette, so I'm going to need to make a better effort to reach for this every single time I do my makeup in order to see any sort of progress. So since our last update, I have used the top brow bone shade 11 times, the middle shade 5 times, and the bottom shade 7 times. So when I add those together, I'm going to update my makeup tracking spreadsheet as we go. So I've now used the brow bone shade 23 times, the crease shade 7, and the eyelid shade 15 times in total. And my goal is to use each of these shades a minimum of 100 times, and the overall goal would be hopefully to have some empty pans eventually, but I think that's going to take me a really long time. Even though this little trio is absolutely ancient, old as dirt, most people would not brave putting this on their eyes. The formula in here is actually really good. This OG Color Icon Wet n Wild formula is amazing, and I wish they had eyeshadows like this still. Next up, for my oldest eyeshadow in my collection that doesn't have pan, I'm working on my Makeup Geek eyeshadows. So 4 of these that I have in this palette are the 4 oldest eyeshadows in my entire makeup collection. I'm currently working on Creme Brulee. I had only reached for this 6 times when I updated you last, and I really made some good progress on this shade. I'll show you what it was looking like previously. And with 12 more uses, this is what it's looking like now. I think that the dip on this is absolutely massive, and I must be getting very close to hitting pan. At least that is my hope. This is a fantastic, like, sandy brown transition shade for me, and it's one that I should reach for even more than I am, but singles are just challenging for me. Panning eyeshadow is a challenge for me, period, but I'm trying to force myself to improve, try and get better. I'm really hoping within the next, let's say 15 more uses, there will be pan in this Makeup Geek shade. And while that won't be the most exciting thing, because we will just be choosing another one of these 4, which I probably will go for this one next, because look at the dip on there. I think I had pan on this previously, but it's a very targeted and dug in, and I want to get some more use on this shade. So that would be 2 out of the 4 done. I don't think I'll get through all 4 of these oldest ones by the end of the year. That is probably not going to happen, but I am happy to be working on these. And I have reached for Cocoa Bear and Shimma Shimma. Is that what this one's called? I'm telling you, these are like the OG Makeup Geek shades. I reached for these a handful of times that I'm not really tracking, but just when I feel like my look calls for them, instead of finding them in a different palette, I've just been reaching for them here because I'm already using this palette. Same with Peach Smoothie. I've used this a couple times too, but it's not one of my oldest eyeshadows. Now this is where I've really fallen off. The eyeshadow that was randomly generated for me comes from my Glamlight Ice Cream Dream palette, and it's the shade Peanut Butter, which by the first update I had used it 4 times. And with this shade, my goal is pan or 25 uses. And with this palette, we're definitely going with the 25 uses. I've used this palette so much, some of these shades more than 30 times, and there is not a single pan. Would I love pan in this palette? Yes, but I also love rotating through my eyeshadows a bit more, and this isn't really allowing me to do that. I have a dip on Pistachio, and that has over 30 uses. I have a dip on Pecan Praline, and that has over 30 uses, so I think that's the direction I'm going to go. I have multiple dips in this palette, but no pans, like I said. But I'm working on the shade Peanut Butter over here, but because I've been so focused on Creme Brulee, which is pretty similar, I've only reached for this shade 2 additional times since our last update, for a total of 6 uses in this project. Before I come on and update you for the next time, I want a minimum of 10 more uses on this shade. There's no reason I can't be reaching for this more often. And actually, I've reached for this palette itself more than 2 times since I last updated you, but it's for a variety of different shades. I did use this shade today, but also Orange Cream, which I've reached for 2 or 3 times. It's a beautiful matte peach shade. I have used Rainbow Sherbet and Cotton Candy and Pecan Praline, and just many of the other eyeshadows in this palette, because it's one of my favorite ones to reach for in spring and summer, that when I open this, I don't necessarily want to only be using peanut butter or even necessarily use peanut butter that day, because my eye is going to all this beautiful color, which is fine. Honestly, I'm getting use out of my makeup, and though I don't think I'm that close on any other shades, if by a miracle I hit pan in something else, I'm gonna call that a win. Now this is where it gets absolutely so silly, because 10 uses on an eyeshadow palette, including one of which I hand-picked myself, should have been easy breezy to complete in a single month. And here we are 5 months into this project. I don't know what my problem is. Could I even tell you what eyeshadows I've been reaching for? No, because I have just been like a little squirrel touching all of these different things in my collection, which I refuse to feel guilty about, but it makes filming these updates a little bit tricky. The palette I chose to roll in myself when I just wanted to use is the Singe Beauty Paisley Hoot palette. I do need to let you know that I am employed by Singe Beauty, but I did purchase this palette with my own money. I just thought this would be such a wonderful neutrals with a twist palette to reach for on an everyday basis going to work, and it is, but it's not my only neutral palette that I've been reaching for, clearly. The lighting is so bright. There we go, that's a little bit better. It's this beautiful like 70s inspired neutrals palette. As of the last update, I had used it 4 times, and I've only reached for it 3 additional times since then, for a total of 7 out of 10 uses. This should be so easy. for me to use 10 times because it's absolutely stunning. A little side quest with these palettes, anything I have rolled in, is to use it no pan left behind, and I have no pan left behinded the Paisley Hoot palette. I've used every single shade in here, probably more than once at this point. I'm in love with this palette. It is so versatile. We have like super warm, yellowy, mustardy shades, but also these grungy greens and just standard good neutral browns. I don't know. And we even have like these more grayish taupey shades. I'm in love with this palette, and I need to tell you that I work for the brand so you can like factor in any bias I have with that, but I'm telling you the formula of Singe Beauty eyeshadows is incredible. But I do need to use it 3 more times before I roll it out. And honestly, I'm tempted to roll in the Singe Beauty I Get Temptation after this because it's the perfect summery palette. But you let me know if you would rather I roll in something different. Because like I said, this was the palette I handpicked, the one that I wanted to use, and so once I'm done with this, I get to hand choose a new palette to roll in. Lastly, we have the randomized eyeshadow palette, which is my Shroud Cosmetics in collaboration with battybean. It's freaking Bats palette, and you guys were so excited I rolled this in. When I said this palette was on the chopping block on Instagram, I was getting screamed at to please keep it. I used it 2 times for the last update, and I haven't reached for it since then. I have such a love-hate relationship with this palette. I think the color story is so fun. I am finding this to be a bit aged, and I'm this close to decluttering it. But I did see that Too Much Tash has this included in one of her project pans. And Tash is really good at creating subtly colorful looks that I can wear, that I could recreate and wear every day. So I'm giving this one last chance. I'm going to keep it in until the next update and see where we're at. I'm going to watch Too Much Tash's videos, hope to glean some inspiration that I can use on the daily, and find a way to make this palette work for me. Because it is a shame. I don't want to declutter it, but the reality is I'm not reaching for it, even when it's in my everyday makeup drawer and staring me in the face every time I open it, and I know it's in a project pan. I've still only reached for it twice in the whole year, and I am kind of itching to randomize another palette to use. So I'm giving this one last month. I'm going to watch those videos to try and gain some inspiration. As much as I love creating like bold, super colorful, fun looks, and this is a great palette for that, that's just not the reality I have day to day anymore as a working mom. Not that my workplace really cares, I'm just not that comfortable wearing these colors on an everyday basis when I'm like client facing. But if I can create some subtly colorful looks, that would be fantastic. Again, my little side quest of using this palette, no pan left behind. I've so far in those 2 looks I did previously used these 2 shades and these 2 shades, the purples in the palette. I have not touched the greens, which arguably the greens are what my eye goes to and the ones that I'm theoretically more excited to reach for. So womp womp, this one was a big fail, but like I said, I'm giving it one last chance and we'll see where we're at in about a month. So like I said, no rollouts today, but I do feel like I'm getting very close on my Makeup Geek eyeshadow. So then we'll roll in another Makeup Geek eyeshadow because they're the oldest in my collection. And by the next update, I will also have completed my 10 uses on the Singe Beauty Paisley Hoot palette, and then I need to think of what to roll in next. What's a good summery palette in my collection? I totally understand if you don't want me to roll in the Singe Beauty I Get Temptation. That gets a bit boring when I have so many other wonderful brands in my collection. If you have any suggestions of a good summertime palette that you know that I own, let me know. One that I've also been thinking about quite a bit is my Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I haven't reached for that in so long, and it has amazing shades that I could also use on an everyday basis. I am determined to make panning eyeshadow work for me. It's something I've been striving for so long and I just can't figure it out. I've been toying around with the idea of like doing an experiment for a month or something and really trying to commit, but that also terrifies me. Like, do I physically lock up the rest of my eyeshadows and just keep these ones out to force myself to use them just for funsies? Like, could I make that a video experiment? I've been playing around with that, or doing like a similar thing but with a Pan That palette for maybe 3 months of like literally putting away all my other eyeshadows. I think we could glean some interesting data from that. My like nerdy brain just loves the idea of that, but in reality, like, would my creativity suffer? I don't know. Other people can pan whole palettes in a year and I can't even hit pan on a single eyeshadow. In my most ideal reality, like something I think is achievable for me, but other people can do it way easier, I would love to be able to hit one eyeshadow pan per month. It can't be that hard. But for some reason, I just can't do it. I hit like 2 pans in an entire year. I'm just trying my best over here. I really am. I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to leave your feedback on what palette you think I should roll in for 10 uses once I'm done the Paisley Hoot palette. I do want it to be kind of fun and summery because I can find neutrals in my Project Level Up palette and my Makeup Geek singles and my Wet n Wild trio, so it doesn't necessarily need to be an everyday workhorse kind of palette. I'm thinking either the Agate Temptation or the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, which has color and neutrals and has that like travel-y packaging. See, I'm talking myself into it, but I'm totally open to your feedback as well. Stop talking, Emily. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.